Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about writing reviews and we're gonna study about film. How to study a film. Film is just to view and to get entertained and to witness and to feel. How to study. Globally, there are so many universities and so many academicians that take film as a study. Film studies is an academic discipline that deals with various theoretical, historical, and critical approaches to films. It is sometimes subsumed with media studies and is often compared to television studies. Film studies is less concerned with advancing proficiency in film production, that is, with exploring the narrative, artistic, cultural, economical, and political implications of cinema. So in this module, we are going to study the film with different kind of films. As we studied about the genres and also we studied about the theories in films, in this we are going to study a little bit practical like live action cinema, animation cinema, art cinema, popular cinema, things like that. The first, we talk something about live action cinema. A live action movie is a movie that is performed with real actors filmed with the camera, rather than being animated or being a cartoon. The cartoon Scooby-Doo has a live action movie.
The only thing I like better than an eggplant burger is a chocolate-covered eggplant burger.
With hot sauce. Ra-cha-cha-cha.
Also, the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit is an animated movie with a bunch of real actors in it. We say that the real people are live action characters because they are filmed with a camera instead of animation. What are the stages in live action cinema? Live action cinema have a different process altogether. To begin, you have got your script, storyboard, and screenplay, which you will either need to have to go at it yourself or hire somebody to do it. Then you have got the filming, where you will need location, cast, insurance, props, wardrobe, and set. Finally, you have all your post-production elements from editing, music, sound effects, and graphics. Now we are getting into animation cinema. Animation cinema have numerous elements. The usual process for an animated video starts with writing the script, then onto storyboard, animation, voiceover, music, and sound effects. Then on top of that, you have got the amendments of a revision of each stage and consultation time. Live action versus animation cinema. As we talk much about live action animation cinema, now we are going to put together a nutshell and see what are the differences between that. If you want to write animation or if you just want to produce or direct it, it's important to know the difference between live action and animation writing. Animation stories are developed pretty much the same as in live action. You come up with a concept, sometimes called a premise, describing the basic beginning, middle, end of the story. The next is an outline, laying out each scene including action and gaps. The final set up is the script with full scene description and dialogues. The script form is animation is virtually identical to live action. It's the difference that are important to understand. In a word, animation is as much more uniquely visual medium than live action. Most live action scripts require no special description for what's taking place on the screen. Writing for live action versus animation movie. A car chase is a car chase, and it's up to the director to interpret it. But that's not always the same case in animation, where the visuals are very often something we have never seen before, so they can't be described in few words. Let me give you an example. What do you visualize when you write this? A coyote chases a bird over the cliff and falls into the canyon. Now, how you might describe a scene in a live action script? The director takes it from there. Now What do you see when you write this? The coyote scrambles after the roadrunner, his legs are blurred, running right off the end of the cliff. As the roadrunner sticks the tongue out and beeps at him, the coyote stops over thin air. He looks down at the canyon bottom a mile below, starting to sweat. Then he looks into the camera with a loud gulp and drops like a rock, his neck stretching like a rubber band, and his head tries to catch up. He diminishes into the distance, the bomb whistle finally hitting the canyon bottom with a dull, calm, and distant puff of a smoke. Now you got it? It's the difference between writing for a live action and writing for an animation. The detailed process will be included in the writing process for an animation film. It's 8 times as many words, but it gives you a complete visual image with little need for interpretation. By its very nature, animation requires more description to effectively communicate the visual. So the key difference between an animated and live action script is that an animation script usually contains more detailed description. This increase in description creates another difference between live action and animation writing. In live action, the general rule is 1 page per minute. In live action, the director interprets the written words and thus expands on it. But in animation, the writing is generally more literally interpreted. And although better storyboard, artists often add a bit or a gag here and there. Most boarders just translate the written word into visual images. So in this particular video, we just talked about 2 things, that is a live action cinema and an animation cinema, and how to interpret and how to write for it. And in the next video, we will be talking about the popular cinema. Thank you.